Good Lord. Got to be smarter than the toys you're playing with. That's all I got to say about that. I think I'm pretty smart, but evidently not as smart as this thing. Welcome, everybody. We are live at 5 with Junk the Gems. Good Lord. Just as I was about to go live, it just shut down, went black. It wouldn't do nothing. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden it decided it had to restart and went through this whole thing like the computer was starting all over from scratch. So anyway, welcome everybody. So I seen some of my favorite people right off the bat was in here. Joe, how's it going, brother? Heartland HQ, Reverend Joe. Who else we got? We got Kathleen Sasser. Everybody's. I got to catch up here. Midnight Blog, Charlene Grady. See if we can catch everybody. Lori Carp, Sandra Wilkerson, Judy Jules. Hey, what's happening, y'all? So man, it's been a busy day. I've been up going since early this morning, getting stuff done. Mary and Shorty are still going out there. So they've been a while. There's Bev Wilkerson. What's happening? Tracy Pride. Hi, Tracy. So yeah, like I said, Mary and Shorty are still out there going at it. And I've been tinkering with the four-wheeler all day long and getting a bunch of stuff going on there. Estella Knox, what's happening? Mr. Bobby from Tennessee. So I got a video coming out tonight. I'm probably going to release it. Go ahead and release it tonight, y'all. Woodsbound, and get that out to you so you can see some of the upgrades and see what we got going on. Get a bigger. That's right. Get a bigger hammer. My granddad, my grandpa, my great grandfather used to call it the BFH, and I'm not going to quote what he said about it, but that's what a BFH is. So as you can see, look at here, y'all. We got light. Finally got some light in the barn. I don't have to worry about having all these lights on all the time. It's very cool. I'm loving that part. Dot Roper, what's happening? Kathleen Sasser. What else? Anyway, Melvin and Donnie, how's it, howdy? So yeah, today, like I said, it's been a busy day. I'm gonna go ahead and get this video out to you tonight. It is processing now. If it didn't mess it all up when the computer shut down, which it may have, but if it did, oh well, it'll be a little bit later. So y'all still want to watch it tonight? Great. If not, we'll see it tomorrow. But I do have some more stuff coming tomorrow, which is going to be even more better. The next video that's coming out is going to be a two-part video. So y'all, I really would love it if y'all would watch it. The four-wheeler basically is getting a lot of cool stuff. Okay. Living the dream. How's it going? Thank you very much. West House. I know, right? It does look like a whole new place. The dogs love it because right now, as you can see, it's real low to the ground. So the dogs love it because they can just walk up there and see out without a problem. And they think that is just the coolest thing since chocolate treats, you know. So, but it is going to go up a little higher. We are debating, like, I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can get the camera right. Right about where my finger is. It's probably going to go up right about there somewhere and not all the way to the header like we originally planned. Just because we still want it low enough where we can see out. But again, it may still go to the header. Who knows? You know how that goes. But that's where I would like it because I want to be able to sit here and be able to see outside and do our thing. There's Sylvia K. Jones and Rob, what's happening from the Netherlands? I love it. Barbara Castillo. So that's the plan for that. Finally got some tape in today, and we got one roll of window tape, which would be enough for that. And I think I got enough to do the door out here, but that's coming. We're still debating on the plan for the door over here because obviously we want to still keep the wood stove, but it all depends on how things go this summer, whether I open up that whole wall there where the door is and the stove is or not. But we do definitely want to get some more light in here. I think once the other door goes in and the back there, we take the front door off and put it back there and then put the new door up here in the front. I think a lot of that will change on how we look at it in here. It's a process, and it's you kind of make that plan as you go. I'm all about just putting it together. You know what I mean? A lot of my construction, most of my life has been that way. You know, somebody comes in and they call you up and they say, okay, well, I want this and this done, and then they say, all right, well, do you have a plan? Well, we got an idea. Can you make a plan? Well, yeah. Jonesy, what's happening, my friend? There's Lori Larkin, Lori Carp. So yeah, that's, you know, in this line of work, you kind of have to go with that. You have to kind of learn to adapt and make that happen. And so that's pretty much why I've been um, you know, doing this for so long, is because I had that ability to just, okay, well, this is what you want. This is what you want it to look like. This is what it's going to take to do it, and this is what we do. There's Judy. What's happening? And so, Jonesy, how did you like that video where I did my little Australian work there for you? I did that just for you, brother. Danny Salas, what's happening? Get her done. That's right. Yeah, that and did that also for one of the other subscribers there. Shoot, I can't remember his name right offhand now. But I thought I did the accent pretty good on that one. That's not a screwdriver. That's a screwdriver. Oh, see, you even got a not bad from Jonesy. That's cool. So, God, I wish I could show you a whole lot more. But yeah, the dirt, everything is drying out so nice, y'all. And now it's at the dusty point. Come on over and it will get better, right? No, you're going into wintertime. I've had enough of winter already. Jonesy, sorry. Windows looking good. Thank you, Danny. We appreciate that. I can't wait to get it all finished back there and get some paint on the outside and make it all, you know, trim it all out and everything. But we still got more to go, like on this, going this way on the wall and then going this way on the wall. We still got more to go. Because, you know, this old metal that's in here, you know how that goes. You gotta, eventually I would like to get the whole thing plywooded and then, you know, and then covered on the outside, moisture barrier on the outside, and then maybe put the old metal back on to kind of keep that old barn look, you know, on the outside. I think I would like to do that. So that's probably going to be a plan there. But again, with the way this stuff sweats, it's going to have moisture barrier on it and what have you like that. So, and now that we've got all the insulation and everything, it's Hopkins Dirty South Homestead. I'm sorry. Well, hey y'all. Hope all is going good over yonder, right? I love it. You know, people don't talk like that much anymore unless you get off like in the hills or something. I think it's so cool. You know, I love it when, you know, people are real when they talk, you know. You just don't, like I said, you don't get that too often. I do remember one time driving a semi truck, though. I had a fella give me some directions, and he said, well, you go down there, you know, about, couple, 2 or 3 stone throws and go down there where old man Johnson's mule used to be there on the corner. You know, he ain't there no more. He's gone now, but you know, he didn't make a left there. I'm like, good Lord, really? Sorry, gotta go get my supper. You go get that supper, Joe. That's all good. Just keep listening and we'll talk good about you while you're gone. uh, See, Homestead, Mississippi, right there. See, folks still talk like that, man. Sometimes I love it. There's Jonesy throwing up all the emojis. So yeah, in fact, I can't see them right now. Let's see if I can swing them around over here. Yeah, you still can't see them. They're out there. They've been out there working hard all day on this, on their project. So they're probably going to be a little bit out there. Been a member for 15 months. Jonesy, that is so awesome. Let's see if I can start that right there. Love it. I love it. I love it. Jenny Phillips. Turn the corner where the old house, yeah, where it used to be. Old man Johnson's mule used to sit right there by that house, too. He ain't there no more. Time flies, brother. That it does, man. That it does. Yvette Brown. Window looks amazing. Lighting. Oh, it did. It so did. You know, we're so used to sitting right here and having to have 2 or 3 lights on. all the time. But now it's like, wow, this is super awesome that we get this, and it's going to get even lighter yet. So that's the plan for it anyway. Let's see if I'm trying to get the camera to move over here so I can. No, can't see them yet. They're still out there working. There's Ace. What's happening? Real talk. LIB. How do you do? Right? Sure is pretty out under that there tree. See, I can even get that accent down too. There's Daryl. What's happening, brother? Hope you're feeling better. And Sean, my neighbor there. So we had the speaking of neighbors, we had the other neighbors show up here. Megan and Rory showed up today. Come down there to check out their property and seeing what it was going to take to get back there. Because I don't know if any of y'all remember the video where they cut the road back there to Sean and Rachel's property and Rory and all them back there and trying to get back in there. So they go back there, and I fair warned their dad because they had their dad with it. He's got a big Chevy 4x4, and I fair warned him. I said, "Don't go to that creek. Don't go try to cross that creek." And I said, "That's probably still soft. It may be dry, but I'm sure it's still soft." And sure enough, I followed them down there with the 4-wheeler and got back there, and there's still water in that ditch right there. So it's like, oh my God. So there's Heartland HQ, Dink and Tank. MR Pigs, MR not. OSARLIB, MR Pigs. MR Ducks. So yeah, we got down there and sure enough, there's still water in it. The 4-wheeler crossed it pretty easy, but I can't imagine even trying to take a truck in there. And even after I crossed it and trying to come back up out of there, like 30 feet, maybe 40 feet up, it was still wet right there. Like the tires were spinning on the 4-wheeler trying to come up the little bit of hill there. So that was just crazy. I get you. I know what I did a gap means, but I don't know what I get you means. I need a window out and replaced with a new front door, right? Get your passport in order, right? I agree. It got to be in the summertime, not the wintertime, man. I've already had enough winter, Jonesy. I love you, brother, but I don't know. No, that is cold. I already know about the winters in Tasmania. I've seen them. I got YouTube, remember? No, actually, I didn't get Bertha fixed yet. So right here is what happened. So let's see if I can show you that there. Right, there we go. So surprising enough, a small enough stick that got into the U-joint, right between the U-joint and the drive shaft, got caught when I was backing up. And it looks kind of like a root, like a really stiff root. And evidently when I was backing up, it must have just got in there just right. So when it spun around, of course, it hit the hose, the heater hose, right there where that nick was. And it caught this plug. So you can bet that after this gets fixed, that I am going to design some type of skid plate for that particular area so that this doesn't happen again. Because this wire just comes down like this and loops up and catches the plug-in on the transmission. It's like, why would you do that to a backhoe? That was a bad John Deere design right there. You know this thing is going to be out doing work and clearing and doing stuff like that. You should know that something's going to hit that kind of stuff. So basically, I'm going to build an expanded metal skid plate for underneath there. This way it can still breathe. Sticks are not going to get up in there and break everything loose. I can get a 4x8 sheet of some pretty thick expanded metal for about $150. And that's going to be worth its weight in gold as far as anything like this happening again. So fortunately, the hose that broke, I thought it was like on some of the cats I've worked on in the past, they have a pressure line that goes up there, and it cools off the transmission just like like your regular cooling system does. Only this one has a pressure switch on it, so if you lose pressure on that, it shuts the transmission down to keep it from getting overheated. So making it home, what's happening? So anyway, I thought that's maybe the John Deere had the same thing. I mean, I'm not a, you know, I used to do a lot of work on these machines, but most of it was just common sense stuff. You know, I can see it's broke. This is how you fix it. You know what I mean? I'm not a tech by no means. So there's Beachy. So I thought maybe this one had the same thing. Well, come to find out, that hose that was had the nicks in it was just a regular old heater hose. And that's all it does. It just goes back there to the heater. And so when the stick came around, it hit it perfectly right there because it was like a little nub of a stick. I'm talking about a little tiny nub of a stick still sticking out of it. So it hit that same spot. What are the chances of that? Only Jump the Gems would have that chance. You know what I mean? So at least that's an easy fix. I can just cut that little bit off because it's like right that far from the fitting anyway. So I can just cut that off, put a little piece of thing in there and make it happen. Now this, on the other hand, they did tell me that there is a fix for this. So I have to take these pins out. I don't know if you can see inside there or not, but these pins, I have to take these pins out and put the wires back in the pins. Now, thankfully, when it broke them all, it cut them, you can match them up with what's underneath there. So I know exactly what wires go where. So that should be a fairly easy deal there. Now, I want to say that Tony over there at Judy Jules in the Big Italian, or just Kathy, he has volunteered to come up here and help me fix that. He has dealt with this kind of thing before. This is not something I have ever dealt with before. Usually I just buy a new plug, but unfortunately with this one, you can't do that. This is what they do. They just repair it. So I was talking to the techs and he said, yeah, the computer on that transmission, he said, if you raise the resistance of whatever, he said, it could screw up on you. I'm like, okay, well, then just get it and make it happen. So Tony said he'd volunteer to come up here and help me, and I am so grateful for that. I sure love them too up down there. So yeah, I am grateful, and we'll get to see them too. Who else is in here? I've seen old Mr. Mike Birch. What's happening? I am fixing supper, so I can't chat. Okay, so making a home says she's fixing supper, she can't chat. So tell everybody, hello. So the weather isn't normal. Isn't the weather? This weather isn't normal at all. Beware, y'all will see snow again. Don't you do it. Don't be biting your tongue. Yeah. No, we don't. No, it's 76 right here right now, and I'm good with that right here. It was about 80 today. It was beautiful, sunny. Starting to get a little cloudy out there right now, and but it's still nice. We got a little light breeze in here, and it's 78 inside the barn, which is beautiful, perfect temperature for me. Shorty, trying to sneak by. You see her? I seen her. I seen her sneaking by.
We're working. I want my boots off.
Oh, they're still going at it out there.
We're finished.
You finished it? Sweet.
I'm tired.
Shorty got a workout today, y'all. She's been out there working hard. Here comes Mary now. So there's the Big Italians. We were just talking bad about you, Tony. Oh man, Daryl, I wish I could come out there. I wish I had a way to get out there and come help you again, brother. I would sure love to come see you. There's Diamond Ridge Homestead. I don't know. Why was your comment faded out? What happened? Did you leave one of them funny comments? Speaking of funny comments, where is Paul Honeyman? I haven't seen him in here yet. Paul, are you sleeping? It is about past his bedtime. The Big Italian says, I heard. Yeah, we've been having messed up weather. I mean, I agree because, like, we were talking to people when we moved here that, oh no, we don't hardly ever get any snow. If anything, you're gonna get a little bit of ice and everything. Then here we get 13 inches, most rain they've seen in 30 years. I mean, come on. Linda Oakey said, tell Miley I said hi. I will do that. There's a Nona Milton. She said hi back. She's getting her boots off over there and chilling, y'all, and getting her shoes on, her regular shoes on, chilling. Not funny, just a comment over yonder. Oh, okay. That used to be over yonder way. So anyway, so anybody got any cool questions? What's next? Uh, Everybody saying hi, Miley. Thank you, Anona. It does look good in here. Reception not so good. Back to good property. A lot of buffering. You're gonna need a Starlink, right? Yeah, it's one of them things, y'all. That for some reason our router has decided to just go down. I don't know what's going on with it, but like if everything's hardwired, it works great. But if anything Wi-Fi wise, not broadcasting. And like, we have 500 gigs of service here, and well, right now the Wi-Fi part's only putting out 30 to 90. So I don't know what's going on with that. There's Treasure Hunter Neil. Arkansas weather has definitely changed. My kids only saw snow one time as kids. Now we get severe winter. 13 inches of snow is pretty severe to me. Like Coldwater, Michigan doesn't get that sometimes. Miley's Little Adventure is saying hi. She's back there saying hi to everybody. So anyway, as far as weather goes, you wore out on?
Over that.
Huh?
I'm over that.
She says she's over that project already, ready for something new.
No, I'm over that. Just tired.
Oh.
Not over the project. I didn't mind the project. Just so tired.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. We're just gonna go ahead and just turn this into the house and just work on it a little bit at a time and just keep going that way. I think that's just the best way to go. This way we get to do it a little bit at a time. Robert Holland, how about them Gators? What are they doing? That's probably got to be the basketball thing, and unfortunately, we don't get like regular TV around here. So, we get whatever we can get through via the internet. In order to get any kind of local channels, you either have to have the app or you got to get an antenna that gets above Mount Magazine. So that ain't gonna happen. Rose Chastain said hi, Miley. Uh, Another one saying hi, Smiley. Let's see. Not today. Let's say hi, Kathy. Okay. I thought I seen something else in there. But anyway, Wanda Henry's in here too. That's nice. Howdy, howdy. So can't wait for y'all to see the four-wheeler. It's fixing to get there. And gonna be working on the buggy here soon too. So like I told you last week, got all them cool parts, and then gonna make that happen. No, I haven't been to Come On HQ recently. Been too busy working around here. Heck, I know. I know his niece is in town. What is that? SKW, SK Lifts, huh?
Swift.
SW Lift,
Swift.
Swift. Okay, you lost me. What was SK Lifts or something? Anyway, his niece is in town, so yeah, he's being the what's the word I'm looking for? The entertainer. You know what I mean? Got to show the family around. This is Josie. LOL. Hi, Mary. Okay.
Hey, Josie. I'm over here riding. I'll be over there in a minute.
Yeah, she had to come in and take a break and sit down there by the door. She's like, okay, I made it to the door. That's as far as I'm getting for right now. I'm sitting right here for a minute. Glen Okla, hello. So anyway, yeah, like I said, the buggy, I can't wait, y'all. We got to get the window moved. So far, we're gonna then the door, and then as soon as Bertha gets back up and running, I got some cool projects that are coming in out there, which is I'm so glad to be able to get outside and start doing stuff, y'all. Because that cold and all that kind of stuff, that's just That ain't crazy. Let's see. Hello from. Oh, I don't know what happened to that comment. It kind of faded out there. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Oh, it's Mama Nisi. Hello, hello. Yeah, we are doing just ducky actually. Uh, we don't know actually. Um, Mary is kind of working on working some of those details out right now about that kind of stuff, animals wise. So that should be maybe happening soon. Who knows? There's
You'll
Cassie.
have to find out on my channel.
Yeah, you got to go over and check out her channel. She can tell you those details. I can't spill them beans over here.
No.
So you got to go check out Mary and Miley's Adventures. We got a moderator in here. You can pop that link up there on that channel right there, so she can see that. So everybody can go over there and check them out. Jennifer Wow. Let's see. What? I know, right? Yeah, I'll be getting that window here probably about midsummer to do that. And if it gets too hot in there, I'll just put some plastic over top of it. Um, I did send an email to the company that has the window, and they said it would take me about 2 to 3 weeks to get it anyway. So, they said once you pay for it and order it, then they do their thing, and it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to get it. So I said that's fine. I can live with that. For the cheaper price versus going directly to John Deere and paying $400-$500 for it. I'll wait. I don't have a problem with that. So in worst case scenario, if it's too hot, I'll just I'll just put some plastic over top of it and duct tape it. 100-mile-an-hour tape works great. That's what we used to call it in the military, 100-mile-an-hour tape. Holds anything at 100 mile an hour. 6:30 here, just leaving work. They're known as leaving work. Wow. You putting in a long day too then. She's on that Indiana time. So how's everybody else been doing this week? Anybody doing anything crazy or cool? I mean, all you people up north, y'all freezing still up there or what? I haven't even I talked to my daughter a little while ago, and she didn't say much about it. Said she was getting her hair did. That's all right. And she's up in Michigan. That brand new baby boy, brand new grandson. He had a little bout with the hospital there. I guess he had some kind of breathing issue. Excuse me. And so he has spent a couple of nights in the hospital, and what do they call that? One of the mask and the whole nine. Yeah, ICU, and they were in there for a couple of days, but he's all good to go now. I mean, he's only like 2 months old, already rolling himself over and all kinds of stuff already. So it's very cool. There's Rob. Hit that thumbs up. That's right, Rob. Appreciate that. Over at Holland. Rob and I love you guys. We look forward to every video. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Getting warmer in Wisconsin. Let's see. We did have snow and freezing rain Sunday. Oh, man. But then melted off. It's kind of like the way Michigan is too. Is like that. Kind of gets that same kind of thing going on there sometimes. Southwest Ohio, 49. Wow, heat wave up there, Mike. 193 in the chat. That's awesome. Thank y'all for joining us. Peggy Norton, we did a road trip to Illinois to see white squirrels. Saw one at the city park and photos and videos. Very cool. Yeah, white squirrels they're kind of a unique critter, aren't they? And it's cool that that place in Illinois. I've heard about that like on the Discovery Channel where they have a lot of those there for some reason. I know that I cannot be saying that on the YouTube. uh, let's see, but yeah. Anyway, I know like we even got black squirrels in Coldwater, Michigan. I've seen a lot of them, just jet black squirrels. Like they can hide in the shadows, and you're like you go squirrel hunting, you're like, what is that? Is that a crack in the tree? Kentucky today is 80 and beautiful. Wow, that's awesome. And it's 75 right here now. 30% humidity. That's beautiful. Oh, Sean was out here today, and it was like 80 degrees, and he was like, "Man, it's muggy out here," you know, because he still got that Arizona stuff going on there, and then moved up here with the cold. So now he's fixing to get a real taste of the humidity here. Uh, he wouldn't last a day in Florida because this to us is not humid here. A lot of people think it is, but this is not us. This is not humid to us. I notice it says 46 and raining up there. Rose says we have a lot of white squirrels here in North Carolina. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Judy Grimm, 43 here in central Wisconsin. Snow is melting. I used to haul potatoes up there to Madison years ago out of Palatka, Florida, and I would haul them up there to Frito-Lay. And I remember one time in May, I was up there and I pulled in this like bar type slash restaurant type of parking lot, you know, and I was camping there for the night. And, you know, it was pretty nice when I went to bed that night. I got up the next morning, I got like 3 inches of snow on my truck. I'm like, what? 81 over here in this part of Arkansas. Still 81. I'm showing like 75 or 76 right now. Is what it's showing. Thanks to this cool new Sane Logic weather station, I actually get to see the winds and what it's doing outside and barometric pressure, whether it's raising or lowering, and get to see all that stuff. See, you're 100 miles north of Madison. Okay. 78 here in Hot Springs. Okay. You're down there by Judy Jules and all them, right there in that area. Let's see. Tamara, what was that? Where'd it go? I live in Casper, Wyoming, but I'm in Jordan seeing my sister, Trisha, and Jay. Cool. 64, no wind in Wyoming. Wow. Wyoming is one thing about Wyoming. You know, it's really beautiful, but I just don't know that I could live there. That's like Wyoming's one of them places where you just see mountains. You know, you get on this flat road and you watch this mountain for hours and hours and hours, like you're never going to get there. And then by the time you think you're going to get there, the road will turn and you're still in hours looking at another mountain. You know. What was that? My dad used to say, "Wait a minute, the weather will change in 4 seasons." And right, you know, there's a trivia question for you. Who can answer this trivia question? I want to see if anybody actually knows it. There's only one place in on the whole planet that you can experience all 4 seasons at any given time of the year, and there's only one place on the planet you can do that. Anybody know what it is? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! I want to hear it. See if anybody knows that one. There's Andy Ann. What's happening, girl? Butte, Montana. It was beautiful, surrounded by mountains. I know where Butte is. Yep. Marco Torres says 75 in LA. Born in East LA. I know, it's like I said, it's beautiful. I just don't know if I could live there. I mean, that's what some call man's country. You know what I mean? That's Tasmania, right? Well, technically no, but you're real close, Jonesy. You're real close. Only one place on the planet that you can experience all 4 seasons at any given time of the day, year round. Anybody? Still nobody's guessed it yet. Come on, guess it. You don't like the weather? Come back in 20 minutes. It'll change. Yeah, I know. That's Florida, right? Florida's like that. You know, you'd be sitting there, it'd be sunshine and 95 degrees, and all of a sudden, just like within 5 minutes, you'll have a downpour, and it'll last 30 minutes, then it's done. Oklahoma at times can have all four. No, but there is, like I said, there's only one place, and somebody Google it or something. But I know the answer, and see if anybody else can get it. And the only reason I find that so fascinating is that the fact that it's that way year round. You know, it's not just a couple times a year or anything like that. It's year round. You can experience all 4 seasons at one time. Fran Faint, what's that? Hawaii. She guessed it right. That's right. Hawaii is the only place on the planet that you can get that. Yeah, good job on that one. Where's she at? Where's Fran at? Fran, send me an email with your address and what have you. I think we're gonna send you a T-shirt for that one. A Junk to Gems Eclipse T-shirt at that. She was the first one to guess it. There's Monique Poole. We are doing grand here in Western Arkansas. The big Italian spent 3 winters, 3 months in Casper, Wyoming. Woof. Yeah, sideways snow. Yeah, I've seen that snow coming up across 90 up there that was just nutty at times. Like you as soon as you plow through a 4 foot of snow drift on the highway, and then all of a sudden you see the cops coming up behind you closing off the highway. And you're like, can I back up? Let me off of this thing. You're closing it behind me. That's just wrong. Let's see. Yes, Hawaii does have winter temps. You get up on the mountain up there, and yes, there actually is winter temps up there, all 4 seasons at any given time of the year. There's Cindy M. Howdy, howdy. David Glunt in Delaware. What's happening? Been working on the tractor. I know. I've been working on full winters today, and you know that's something I still got to figure out why tow truck does what it does. I think I got to take this fuel tank off a tow truck and get it, because every time it wants to go up a hill or down a hill, gets any kind of steep incline like that, it wants to stall out. So I don't know what's going on with that. Might just have to take the fuel tank off and clean it out real good. Who knows? It's like whatever's doing it is causing the fuel to get cut off for some reason. Big Wave, what's happening, my friend? Yeah, really love the window. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's nice out there. And you see the tent. I don't know if y'all can see the tent. We've got them open right now, so let some of this more nice air in here. But that's kind of cool. So Tasmania is the same, Jonesy. But like I said, I've heard from the weather guys now. This is a fact that was the only place in the world that you can actually experience all 4 at one time. Yes, it is. She's sitting there on the computer, just sitting there relaxing now. They've been out there. Her and Miley been out there getting it the last couple of days on their project. So go over there and check out their channel. Sucking air will do that, right? I don't care who you are. That's funny. David Glenn, check the float on taxi. Check the float. Got a brand new carburetor and everything. So is it sticky? You think it's possibly it's sticking? David, I'm curious, because like I said, it's brand new carburetor. Tony and I, we messed with it and adjusting it and everything, and it got better. But it's like just whenever it goes up a hill or down a hill, or even gets a little hard sideways, and it starts wanting to cut out for a second and sucking air. So so maybe there's a leak in the carburetor when I stuck it up on there. Maybe I'll have to take it back off there and check the seal on that. But I wouldn't think that would affect it. I think it seems like that would affect it all the time, or whenever it gets underneath gets under a hard load, like it'll try to stall out too. Like it just like it doesn't. It's almost like the timing isn't wanting to advance for that extra pulling power. So I don't know. Even though it's new, it could be sticking. Okay, I will check that out then, because I know this one here, I can take the bowl off and we can check it out pretty easily. That's why I put that other air filter on there and get rid of that oil type air filter. I'm just not impressed with that oil type filter. That, and it's it's a 54. It's 70 years old, so it's it's about time for things to be upgraded a little bit. Now, if I was going to keep it as a show tractor, yeah, I would keep all that stuff on there and paint it all and make it all look pretty. But it's not a show tractor; it's a work tractor. Yes, we are, Wanda. We are definitely going to be doing that. That's hence the reason we're doing all of this and putting the door in and all of that. And yep, we are definitely going to be doing that. We figured, we've already got the basic frame. Why not, and this way we can be comfortable being in here. And we're gonna do this one side right here first, and get it done. Get all these upgrades that we want to do right here, and then eventually we'll work on the other side. And then when the time comes, we'll take the wall out in the front where the window is, move the camper out, and we'll finish that center part there. So that's the plan. Uh, 80 in Lamorato, California. Damn, that's about the same temp here. I don't even know where that one's at. Where is, what was it, Lamirarada? Is that how you pronounce it? Tamara Sprague, my sister Trisha from Utah introduced me to your channel over a year ago, and I'm so excited every time. Oh, that is awesome. Thank you, Tamara. We appreciate that very, very much. See, Gary, when you were when you were naming your backhoe, I was screaming at the TV, Big Bertha, Big Bertha. Then sure enough, that's what you named it. I gave everybody, all the subscribers, everything, the chance to name her. And I still call her Big Sexy sometimes, especially when she's doing really hard work, and it's like, wow, that's. And then there's other times that just Bertha just fits her. 69 Ford has had an oil filter on it. Yep. Yeah, messy and bumpy on the road. Yeah, that oil type filter was just, yeah. And it's getting to where now the bottom where the holds the oil is starting to leak every now and then, especially if you tilt up a little bit or sideways. It's just getting to where it's starting to make a mess, and it's like, okay, I'm just over that. You know, it's hard enough to keep it clean as it is, but uh, so what was that? Oh, thought I missed something in there. Sorry, it just went. All of a sudden, it just jumped on me. It's just like when it was trying to come on the live, it just all of a sudden did that. So we got about 10 minutes left. So like I said, don't forget, send me your address there and I'll send you a Junk to Gems t-shirt. Send me your size and all that kind of stuff, and we'll get that sent out to you as soon as we can. I think that's very cool. And Jonesy, that's another thing. Jonesy, got to see what it's going to take to get you a shirt down there, brother. Get one sent to you. We found out that that Sean and them sent you the sticker, and that mail wasn't all that bad. So I'm curious to what it's going to take to send you a shirt. Now, if it's $100, Jonesy, you might just have to come get the shirt. uh, there's Heavy Duty Life. What's happening, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. What you been up to? I'm waiting for you to come back up here. It's getting summertime. It's about that time. The window looks good. Where it is. Are you still going to raise it? Yeah, we're still going to raise it. Like I said, the dogs seem to love it, but it's too low to the ground. Really is. I mean, the dogs like the fact that they can just walk by there and see right on out there. So, but yeah, we're definitely going to raise it up. So. I've got some more upgrades that are going out there that you'll see soon. But again, just it's too low to the ground. If it rains and that water's coming off that roof, it's just going to splash up there and want to get all over the screen and the window. And I'm not into that. Come on with the come on. If you're here, David, we love you too. Mike and SLR and family. Oh, that is awesome. I haven't seen Dave. Like I said, he's been entertaining the last few days. We was hoping to meet his niece, but I know how that goes. You go to visit somewhere and you just ain't got enough time to go see everybody all the time. So I get that. Morning, Henry. Got them new fingers? See, I told you, court shopping at the discount part of the Walmart. Yeah, the clearance sale. Don't do it. The new fingers come with Japanese instruction manual. Nobody reads that stuff. I have one low window in my dining area. My dog loves it. She sits and looks out the window all the time, right? Well, these guys got, you see, they got their dog door right there. So, but the fact that, whenever they hear something, they all run out the dog door. But now they're like, they can just kind of look out the window now. And it was funny when we were putting the window in, they kept going in and out the window right there instead of going through the dog door. I think Audie was the only one that was still using the dog door. see, we've got a 35 Massey Ferguson with the multi-high and low. Wow. Wow. A 1935 Massey Ferguson. That is crazy. I thought that 70-year-old Ford out there was old. That's right. Thank you, Marco. Appreciate that. It was a fun new toy, right? Let's see. What's happening, Brian? Brian Wilkerson just got in here. That's all right. You ain't missed a whole lot. We were only talking bad about you for about 30 minutes or so, so you're good. Let's see. What else we got here? One Henry 218 in the chat. That's awesome. That was awesome. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Like I said, the junk to gem. This is where we turn junk into gems. And like I said, I'm probably going to try and get this video out tonight if I can. So, for some of you, it may be too late for you to watch it, but that's okay. Go check it out tomorrow. I got a lot. I got part 1 coming out today, and then part 2 will be coming out tomorrow. So it's getting a bunch of cool upgrades. There's Gary TP, soon to be our new Arkansan. Cindy M. First, I love the idea of your barndominium. Second, I know my opinion doesn't matter, but I just don't love the siding you picked. The siding, I know. Sandy, we're not going to hate you on that one for sure. I mean, we didn't pick the siding. You know what I mean? This is just plywood for right now on this part of it. And the barn was here. This is the metal that was on the barn. So, like I said, we're debating on whether we're going to keep it old school metal and keep it looking like an old barn or whatever. But I kind of like the idea of changing the color and trimming out the windows and making it all like that. And I think it'd just be really cool to do that. So yeah, we are not haters for that. There's Marty Lee Hopkins. Got a set of 2 bottom breaking plows for $350. Nice thing about the barn is it's basically a blank slate. I know, right? Yeah, and that's kind of the way we're looking at it too. Wes is, it's 40 by 40, which is exactly what we were going to build a house. The basic structure is here. It's dry. Yeah, it's going to need a new roof, but it is what it is. So why not just keep adding on to this and modifying this as we go? And this way we still get to live in it and still get to enjoy it while we're doing it. Yeah, granted, it is a little extra work. Excuse me, to be moving stuff around. While you're trying to do a project, but we're YouTubers. That's kind of keeps some of the interesting part of it, and keeps content coming. So Rob said one day, let's see, what was it? From day one, make the barn into a house. I know. And we finally decided to do that. Just with all the water issues after this winter, finding out all the water issues, yeah, we just decided that this is probably going to be better for the long run. Gary's staying incognito. You will not be staying incognito. We already know. Nadine, hello for JEMSTEAD family. Nadine McNeil, howdy. Gary, is there footers and concrete on the outside of the edge of the barn? I don't know if I don't think there's footers here. I think it's just concrete block. So I don't know about all that, but I figured, the way concrete is today, by the time you pour 3.5 inches of concrete in this floor, I'm not even going to worry about it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stress that. It's not like, like in Florida, we poured 3.5 inches of concrete for that slab, and we could pour it and that was on sand. We didn't pack it, compact it, or anything like that. It was just on sand, and we were able to drive semi trucks up on that concrete slab. So concrete today is a lot stronger than it was 20 years ago. So I'm painting and building new shells in my building now. Very cool, Brian. And cheaper than starting from scratch. I agree, Annie Ann. I agree. Yeah, because starting from scratch, then you got to go into digging footers and all that stuff. And I'm 60 years old, y'all. I'm not going to be here for another 50 years. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to stress it. You know, if I make it to 110, I'm going to be so damn old, I ain't going to know it or care anyway, you know? Hey, happy birthday, Johnny. I see Gillum Farms, Johnny with Gillum Farms in here. Happy birthday, my friend. I heard it was your birthday yesterday. So I wanted to tell you happy birthday. Hopefully, with all the work you're doing on the outside, you can make that barn into a house. Oh, it's definitely going to be a house. Go to Fran. Go to our homepage, and on there where it says more, and click on that button that says more, and you will see our email and all that stuff. But it's junktogems3@gmail.com, and you can send us an email and be more and your address and all that stuff, and I'll get that T-shirt out to you. That would be awesome. Uh, so where is Miss Christine? Is she hiding out? No, I haven't got no bigger. Actually, I got these bigger grasses, but these are, I got them a little stronger than the last one, so I put these on here, and I'm like, no, I still can't see because now they're too strong. I got to be right up on it to be able to see them. So I don't know. It's one of them things. I just got to bite the bullet and take that ride all the way down there to check it out and see what's going on. The only reason I ask is that would make it easier for you to make outside walls. Well, the outside walls are pretty much already here. I mean, these are true 2x4s and 2x6s on these walls already. So if it can't handle the weight, any extra weight that we put on it, then you know what I mean? This thing's been sitting here 100 years. It's not going nowhere. Whatever ground is underneath there is pretty solid at this point. You know, there ain't nothing that's doing this number anywhere in the barn. So like I said, I'm not stressing that. You know, and we poured 3.5 inches of concrete in here, and interior walls will set on that fine. There's no weight there to them. Share, y'all. Robert, thank you very much. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Johnny. Well, give her some love for us and tell her we hope she feels better. And don't go to the hospital. That place is full of sick people. So anyway, we got about 2 minutes left. I want to say thank you all very much. And don't forget, y'all, go be nice to somebody. Go do something really special for somebody. You never know. You never know what they're going through. Give them give them some love some way, one way or the other. You know, show them that there is somebody out there that just gives a damn enough to say, hey, you know, you're good. So there's D. Thank you for the membership. Oh, and thank you, D. We appreciate that very much. Very, very much. That is awesome. Gary called me. What? You want to see the aerial images of the JEMSTEAD from the post? Okay. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Yeah, I got to get back to work, Brian says. All right, Brian. Well, we appreciate you showing up and everybody joining us. So like I said, go give somebody some love out there. Hug a vet. Tell them thank you for letting you still speak whatever language you want to speak in this country and being free. So in the meantime, looks like we're going to call it. Go over there and y'all go see the Grady's after this. And then after that, you know, go Ridge Life. Go see Tim. So hang out with Tim for a little bit. Tell him we sent you. Auntie Ann, everybody else, we love y'all. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see y'all tomorrow or next week live at 5 in the JEMSTEAD. All right, guys. See you then.